Okay, so I'm Arto, co-founder and CEO of TimeWeb, vibe coding for WordPress platform, where we provide the solution to SaaS companies, hosting companies, and MSPs as an API.
Arto, thank you so much for taking the time to chat. What is the main problem that TenWeb is solving?
So AI is there. AI is bringing code generation to masses, and we are trying to basically get rid of the old style website building and bring AI to revolutionize the website creation, basically.
And is TenWeb purely focused on WordPress, or are you expanding outside as well?
No, we're purely focused on WordPress because we're big believers of open source and WordPress ecosystem. But we also believe that WordPress should graduate from like old technology and to be expanded with the new capabilities of AI. And this is kind of like our mission.
What does that look like in a practical sense? Do you have your own server stack, your own plugins? How do you fully integrate AI with WordPress?
Think about, I know, Lovable plus WordPress. So you basically chat with AI to create the front end of the website or web app. And then after it's ready with the prompting and everything, you just like publish it on WordPress, and it creates a theme for the WordPress with support all the plugins, shortcuts, and all the WordPress stuff, right? So this is our core product, which we do like direct to consumer, direct to customer. But we also provide this as a white label service to the hosting companies and SaaS companies, so we can integrate this solution and start offering the same to their customers.
And if I'm using TenWeb's solution, do I need to stick with the host that I started with? Can I migrate? In other words, is it a suite of plugins that I can use anywhere, or is this kind of an all-inclusive platform that you're working on?
It's all-inclusive platform, so we provide everything, like managed hosting, security backup, all the infrastructure, like WordPress is open source, and that's the beauty and power of WordPress. So if user wants to migrate, they can migrate to any other platform and still using TimeWeb Builder with vibe coding editor for editing the website. Or even better, if they don't want to use our editor, it's like open source code. It's a React-based code. They can go and edit the code based by themselves.
What has customer feedback been so far for the vibe coding builder? I know I've had fun playing with it. Have other customers been saying the same?
I think it's early days, so I think the product is not there yet, but team is working day and night to bring all the capabilities of other vibe coding platforms to WordPress. I assume like in 3 months, up like 6 months, we'll have full capabilities of vibe coding platforms inside the WordPress. I think then the exciting times will start.
I'm really curious to hear more about the progression of TenWeb, because I think when I first heard of TenWeb a few years ago, it was primarily a speed optimization plugin. And then recently I learned about the vibe coding. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. It's like a completely different solution. So how have things evolved since you started?
TimeWeb has been there for the last 8 years. We started 2017 as a managed WordPress hosting company. Then we introduced AI website creation in 2021, got our seed funding from Sierra Ventures and AI Fund. It was like way before the ChatGPT became popular. And then we introduced vibe coding for WordPress this year. But I think which is more important, we also introduced website creation as an API solution. So any other platform can use our capabilities inside their product under their brand. So I think 4 pivots for one company in 8 years. So it was a very long but very interesting journey for us.
Yeah, I think TenWeb has a very interesting story because there's not many companies that are both a host and a product company. And it seems like TenWeb is this perfect example of this all-inclusive platform, almost like someone would go to Shopify or Squarespace. You can go to TenWeb and just have everything handled there. How did you settle into that role? Was there a time that you were maybe thinking about exiting the hosting industry and just being all in on product, or was this kind of your grand vision from the beginning?
Not really. We still think about us as more like infrastructure company, providing all our products and solutions to other companies to use us, right? And also the power of WordPress being this independent full-scale backend solution for the websites and open source, obviously. So we don't want to become like we don't want to make Shopify out of WordPress. Both platforms have their own advantages. We just try to maximize the WordPress user productivity and capabilities with AI solutions.
What do you vision for the future of 10Web? Maybe what does the next 5 years look like to you?
I can imagine like tens of thousands partners, hosting companies, SaaS companies using 10Web for generating websites for their customers, and like tens of millions of websites and web apps hosted or just supported or built with 10Web.
Well, there's been some amazing growth in the 10Web brand. I'm seeing you all over at these events that I travel to. What is one piece of advice that you would give to other entrepreneurs who are just starting out?
You need to build trust. You need to be in the industry events. You need to be very open and transparent where the product is, where the company stands for, with your mission and everything. And I think when you bring like transparency to the table and you become like a reliable partner, then you can win the business. Otherwise, it just become like a dirty sales process, which I don't like, and nobody likes actually.
I agree. Well, Arto, thank you so much for taking the time to chat. And where can people find 10Web?
On our platform, 10web.io.
Amazing. Thanks again. And come join CloudFest US next year. It's going to be amazing.